I give Globe permission to not go to school tomorrow. It's the kind of person I am. I'm here for them. They got a long drive. We are glad to see all 4 light poles work tonight. If they don't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Cool FM Live broadcast of Cochise County Sports. Tonight, you're rocking with not Dave, just Paul, but we still have Cochise County football for you as the Tombstone Yellow Jackets host the Globe Tigers here in the town Too Tough to Die in Tombstone, Arizona. Tombstone starting off their season 1-1, a 7-6 loss, disappointing 7-6 loss with the offense that they have to start the season, but coming back and making things right with the 58-6 win last week. And I will say, I do see superstar quarterback DJ Elias on the sideline along with a few starters, so we are going to miss some firepower for Tombstone. The good news for a Tombstone fan is they put up 58 points without him. So Tombstone, whether they have DJ Elias or not, should be ripe and ready to take on Globe and hopefully come out of here with the victory. My money would be on the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And if you are tuning in from Globe, Arizona, we have gotten a look at Globe in the preseason against the Bisbee Pumas, so we kind of know what to expect with them. And we would like to thank you for joining us as well. And as always, folks, speaking of thanking people, we have to thank, of course, the people that make this broadcast possible, all Cool FM sponsors for quite a while now. And without our great sponsors, we would not be able to do this free of charge to you. So as always, support the businesses that support your community. First, the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have a new physical therapy department in Hereford. They have clinics in Douglas that also provide the highest quality service to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment today at 520-432-6435. As always, thank you to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, for serving our community. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In. I'll tell you what, they sponsor Cool FM. They also sponsor my fat gut with all the ice cream I consume over there. Coming today, every Wednesday, for a Wednesday Wacky Pack. Kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. Thank you to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, your number one choice for pest control in Cochise County, veteran-owned and operated. Thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your hometown realtors, proudly supporting our amazing community and our fabulous athletes. Make your first call to the real estate experts, Sherry Ethel and her team at 717-599-2439. We had a little bit of a late start, and of course, everyone saw the technical difficulties that we were having. So we will definitely shout out the sponsors periodically through the game, but right now we are ready for some football. Two deep men for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. One's going to be Kobe Jones, and the other one's going to be number 8, Rostin Elias. And Elias has got the ball, and he's traveling all the way across the 20-yard line to the 22, and that's where the Tombstone Yellow Jackets are going to take their first snaps. Again, superstar quarterback DJ Elias on the sideline without pads. We will not see him. Good news, Tombstone last week did not have DJ Elias, and they still put up 58 points. So expect the fireworks show to continue here in the town Too Tough to Die, Tombstone, Arizona. We did see Globe in the preseason jamboree against the Bisbee Pumas. We know kind of what to expect with this team. They're going to be looking to right the ship on that preseason performance. Right. Some big people from Globe. They should be a physical team, and we will see.
It is a Thursday.
And looking at the quarterback, I'm trying to find the number. It looks like it might be 1, and if that is number 1, that'd be Hunter Gracemore. Number 2 would be Kobe Jones, so we'll see. The handoff is going to go to number 10, Jemiah Wallace. Wallace is going to fight forward for a few yards. Good job by the offensive line of the Yellow Jackets, but maybe too good of a job as there is a flag on the play, and that's going to be holding on the first play for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to bring the ball back. Yellow flags ruining that green grass on the field. And if you need green grass in your yard, you call Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Give them a call today, servicing all of Cochise County at 520-456-8945. And as always, thank you to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 9990 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door, now open on Saturdays. And tonight we are open on Thursday, a rare Thursday 11-on-11 game. This is typically where you'd see the Canyon Athletic Association take shape, and I wonder if we have anyone out to Berrien. That's an away game, so I doubt it because we know about the Canyon Athletic. They love to put teams from Phoenix and Sierra Vista in the same division. And the officials marking it off officially now.
11-yard line.
A little bit of miscommunication on the penalties. I do see we got quite a few people in chat. Let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for as we have a pistol formation from the Yellow Jackets. It's going to go back out to Jemiah Wallace. Wallace did a lot of running for a 1-yard gain on that one, trying to get anything going, trying to bust through to some daylight. Unfortunately, just could not do it. And a short game is going to make second and long now for the Yellow Jackets after that first play holding penalty backed him up. Jemiah Wallace had a very, very good game last week. Well over 100 yards, as did Hunter Gracemore, who had led the team actually from the quarterback position with 171 rushing yards.
Right about.
All credit going to head coach Dominic Bonilla for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. He's able to call offenses for Hunter Gracemore and for DJ Elias separately. And that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Yellow Jackets. It looks like this is going to be offside, and it is. So Tombstone helping themselves out a little bit, playing very disciplined on that offensive line. We do have our first comment in the chat. It's going to be Sharon E. Upchurch, who says, "Go Yellow Jackets."
There's the snap.
Gracemore's going to give it off to Wallace. Wallace is going to run past one man, but again, that defense from Globe swarming after just a few yards. It's going to make it about a 3rd and 9 situation for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to try to get as close as they can and make a decision on whether to go for it or not on 4th down. Sharon Upchurch, where are you cheering from tonight? The stadium is a little bit filled here in Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die. So I expect a lot of the people are in the stadium in Tombstone so far here tonight. And here we go with a third. They're going to give them a 3rd and 7 situation. The Yellow Jackets do have 3rd and 7 in the back pocket. Can they get it? Another tight shotgun formation for Gracemore and the Yellow Jackets. He's going to pull it down. He's going to throw that one up, and that's going to be a catch and a big gain for the Yellow Jackets. Jabari Thomas, the Yellow Jackets' #1 receiver. No one's going to catch him. Jabari Thomas on 3rd and 7 with the Tombstone Yellow Jacket touchdown. And that's a way to stamp an exclamation point to your first drive for Tombstone. 6-0 lead as we have D. Haygood and Chris Lake in the chat, both saying, "Let's go Jackets." Wow, what an explosive play to start off our game from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. We have heavy rainfall in the forecast. That's not good. I didn't bring an umbrella. Yeah, we can't have anything getting into these electronics, let me tell you. We worked 3 years for this setup at Cool FM. I'm not going to let the rain ruin it in one day. Tombstone will be going for 2. A great pass from Hunter Gracemore. That was not an easy pass on that play. He had to throw it above the defender, and he had a great touch on it. Gracemore with the juke move to the outside. He's going to try to run for the pylon. Does he reach and extend? And no, it's going to be not a conversion. 6-0 with 9:34 to play in this first quarter for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That is a great way for the Yellow Jackets to respond to some adversity and the penalty on that play.
And since there's nothing really to watch on TV on Thursdays anyway, you might as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, there is no rain in the forecast. Todd Ryan of Cool FM's with me right now. Todd, thank you for that one. Of course, Mr. Cool FM, Todd Ryan. That is the only reason that we exist. I mean, he's humble and he'll give credit to where it's due, but without Todd Ryan, there's no Cool FM Live or CoolFMOnline.com or Cool FM Online on Facebook, which there is not anymore anyway. So, Chris Lake and D. Haygood cheering on that touchdown in the chat as we continue this game.
Ball's on the 40 for the Owls. You're getting ready to receive.
And it looks like number 60 out in his kitchen might be kicking off for the Yellow Jackets. A little bit tough to see these jerseys, especially when they're sideways from me. And he's going to go ahead and try an onside kick. It hasn't gone 10 yards yet. It does bounce to 10 yards. Globe heads up play to recover that one. That could have been dangerous for the Globe Tiders, but great job by Esteban Garcia keeping that one alive and getting that across the 50-yard line. So Globe with great field position on the 49-yard line from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Here comes the defense for the Yellow Jackets. We often talk about how good the offense is for Tombstone, but this is a team that for a few years now has been led by their defense. My favorite player to watch is big number 65, Terrell Smith, on the inside of that Tombstone Yellow Jacket defense.
Score 6-0, 9:27 left in the quarter.
Globe coming out. They have a full house backfield. They are in the shotgun. A hybrid fullback situation. That one's going to be open, but just missing the pass on that one. Quarterback for the Globe the Globe Tigers, Esteban Garcia. The Globe almost answering the shot from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets with a shot of their own, but that one put just a little bit too far into the Tombstone night sky and unfortunately couldn't connect. Fortunately, if you're from Cochise County, and we are.
Second and 10.
There we are, Globe back in the shotgun, 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. A lead blocker, and it looks like we have an illegal motion on Globe. No, it's going to be offside, and that's the rule in high school is if you are offside, they do blow the play dead as soon as you are offside. So there is no ability to get back, and that's 5 free yards from Globe, and they will take that every day of the week, as we do have Tammy Romero. Bryce in the chat says, "Go Jackets," with some great yellow and black hearts behind it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Cool FM Live. This is going to be a handoff right up the middle, and that's not going to be much. There's big Terrell Smith able to push him back along with a host of Yellow Jackets. That's going to be Jeremiah Foster on the run for the Globe Tigers, and again, not much there as Terrell Smith led the charge. Looked like also number 24, who I do not have in my program, was in on that one. Got 3 sets of numbers, and there's not a 24 in any of them right now. That's going to be a 3rd and 5 situation for the Globe Tigers.
Just a reminder. All right, there's the snap. And
that's great defense from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. A tackle in the backfield. I doubt Globe's going to want to punt this off, but they have had not much success on this drive so far. Couldn't get a number on number 66 as well. These might be last year's numbers. Who knows? But that's going to be 4th, and they will kick this one away with Garcia.
And looks like Globe's going to.
And while we wait on that, I'd like to thank the ladies that let me into the ball game, Kathy Lopez and Nora Luna. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you, ladies, and I honored my deal of the shout-out by letting you get me in here. That's a great kick from Garcia. That one is going to die. What a bounce from Garcia. That's going to be 1st and 10 inside the 5-yard line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. A great punt by the quarterback, Esteban Garcia.
Looks to be about the 4 or 5 yard line.
So Tombstone now, with 7:14 left to go in the first quarter, up 6-0. Might just be playing for an instance where they give themselves a little bit of room to punt this football. We'll see how they approach this one. Head coach Dominic Bonilla and company.
I'm thinking a Jumbotron on one end.
A lot of people watching tonight for a Thursday night football game. Todd, can you believe it? Todd Ryan with the promotional post before it. No, they cannot. I was just talking to you. I can plug in a mic for you if you want. Here we go, Tombstone again, led by Hunter Gracemore.
To be about the 4 or 5 yard line.
Jemiah Wallace is going to flank him. We're going to see that tight shotgun formation once again for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They love to run read option out of this, and that's going to be half the distance of the goal as the offensive line moved on that one for the Yellow Jackets. So now it's going to be 1st and 12 from the 2, not doing themselves any favors. From the 4, you can at least get the handoff in the backfield and try to run it without being in the end zone. But now it doesn't make a difference. No matter where that ball's going, it's going to be in the end zone for a little bit of time.
Are going to throw things into the stands. We'll see who's got the best arm. And
here we are again, tight formation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and another false start penalty. So now it's going to be 1st and 13 from the 1 yard line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. They're just trying to get a free 5 yards and get away from their goal line, but unfortunately they keep moving themselves back towards their goal line. I'd be surprised if they go on 2 here, although it is still a good idea.
Jackets getting ready.
But I suspect Globe is ready for the on-2. And they do go on one as Hunter Gracemore is going to run this one. He's got some daylight. Great blocking for the quarterback. He's still on his feet. And Gracemore, who led the team in rushing last week, comes very close to the first down and might have it, and he does. So that's one way to get away from your goal line. Run the quarterback behind some great blocking.
Nice running play there.
Yvonne Amaya Cauldron says, "Go, Yvonne, number 24. What is Yvonne's last name? I will actually find him on the program myself, to be honest with you. Ivan, number 24. I still don't see him anywhere. Can you tell me Ivan's last name, please, so I can have him in the program? Oh, Ivan Amaya. Okay. There we go. That makes sense. And then also we have Natalia Isaacson in the chat saying, "Go, Hank." Probably talking about Hank Moody, Sufer sophomore, who was a force on the baseball diamond last year. That's going to be a run to the left side. Jemiah Wallace is picking his way through some lanes there, and a good cuts are going to net him because English is a hard language, about 3 to 4 yards on that one.
Jemiah Wallace bringing up second down.
That touchdown for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets earlier brought to you by the Sierra Vista Medical Group. Doctors, nurses, and caregivers dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Give them a call at 520-263-3500. There's that tight shotgun formation. It's going to be Jemiah Wallace, and Tombstone does a great job of sealing the edge. Wallace is going to cut it upfield. He's got the first down and more, and now the Tombstone Yellow Jackets playing a little bit of bully ball on the Globe Tigers as they're just running it right down their throats on these last 3 plays.
First down.
Great run there from Jemiah Wallace. Again, it's cracked the 100-yard mark for the first time in the season last week. He was still behind Hunter Gracemore, so I'm sure there's a little bit of a friendly competition going between them to see who can get more. Jemiah Wallace towing that rock, and if you need towing services, call Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane since 1963, servicing all of Cochise County.
Right, there's the snap.
The snap, and that's going to be Wallace again as they run a lead play right down the center. And another good 3-4 yards, and that's just something that bully ball is all about. You go up there, you just run for 3 yards when the defense is all ready to go and fresh and they want to hit. They're not going to want to do that in the fourth quarter, and that's when you lean on them, kind of like the Baltimore Ravens do with Derrick Henry, or the Tennessee Titans of late did with Derrick Henry. Just lean on him. Just keep getting the 3 yards, try to convert some third downs. And in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, those lanes open up and you can break some big ones. Desiree Boston says, "Go, Yellow Jackets, go, Hank." And it's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Hunter Gracemore couldn't get by anyone on that one. That's going to be a third and long situation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as they go back across the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 now for Tombstone. You're fine. Of course, we have the cheerleaders right in front of us leading the charge. We have the Yellow Jacket mascot as well. How can you lose with this atmosphere if you're Tombstone? I'll tell you what, they can't. Aside from a fairly disappointing showing offensively in week 1, Tombstone has been that team they were last year, where they went 8-4, won the section, got to the playoffs. Well, didn't win the section, but had the best record in the section and got to the playoffs. And now we're going to have a delay of game, so this 3rd and 12 just got to a 3rd and 17 for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, not doing themselves any favors. And again, folks, thank you for joining us on Cool FM Live. Let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for in this ball game. I did give the word out to all the Globe people that they can text back home because I know Globe's a ways away from Tombstone and they can watch the game on Facebook Live. So if you are from Globe, don't hesitate to cheer for your team in the chat. We call a fair fight. For instance, I saw Tunapa Valley against Wilcox, and Tunapa Valley had the best high school football player I've ever seen, and that was part of the narrative. Probably all the narrative. Here we go again. It's not going to be Hunter Gracemore. That ball's going to be tipped, and it's going to be Jabari Thomas one more time. He's going to make this a 4th and manageable for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. I'll tell you, we were wondering how this offense would look without the Matrix, Malachi Keller, but it looks like Jabari Thomas is doing a great job in replacement. That's not a word. In substitution of the Matrix. Don't have a number 9 on that pass. So, again, an instance where the numbers just don't match the players. Either way, that was a good pass, and I would not expect to see Tombstone punt, and they surely are not going to do that. Gracemore is going to give it off to Wallace. Good job from Globe trying to get to the edge, but it doesn't matter as Jemiah Wallace takes it all the way down to the 46-yard line of Globe. He needed 5, and he got 20 on that play. Great run from from Jemiah Wallace. We also have to give shout-outs to the offensive line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Dakota Estrada, Thomas Smith in there as well. Big 76, Aiden Luna, who's filling up the box score defensively as well. And I do believe Hunter Redgers, who's on the sideline right now, does play a part in this too. And he better be in there because that kid's 7 feet tall, 400 pounds. But a great job from the offensive line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. We're going to have motion on the far side. It's going to be Gracemore, and there's going to be some ball fakes. It's going to go Jemiah Wallace. Wallace can't get away. Great tackle in the backfield from the Globe Tigers. A lot of people got there. First one to meet him was Heber Hansen. Anyone that watches our broadcast know that names are a big thing with me, so get ready to laugh at that. We do have Alfred Rivera said, go Tombstone. Alfred is watching from Maryland. Well, we're glad to have you. We found out not only we are a national show, but when we did Cochise College basketball games, we're an international show. Had viewers from Japan and had viewers from Australia as well. And we're going to roll out on this one. It's a good pass to Hunter Gracemore, who's been playing a lot of quarterback tonight. He's going to be the recipient of that pass. Can anyone give me a number 9 for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets? That's the second pass.
Check of the emergency broadcast system to see who was actually paying attention.
Is 6 on the field? Because if it's not, I don't see a 6. So I'm going to assume that's Hank Moody for the Tombstone Yellow. Thank I didn't even see you there. How you doing, brother? Thank you. All right, we have Tombstone Yellow Jackets. It's going to give me every name I need. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Ball's on the 40-yard line.
So that is Hank Moody, number 9 for the Yellow Jackets, as he is still in at quarterback for Tombstone. It's a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 type situation here for the Yellow Jackets. Moody's going to pump. He wants the big play. He's going to throw that one downfield. It's kind of up for grabs. Does anyone get it? No, the ball is dropped off the hands of a Tombstone receiver. Unfortunately, just could not connect on that one. So we have another 4th and 6 situation on this drive for the Yellow Jackets. And one thing we haven't said,
you are old. Just letting you know,
is the Yellow Jackets have done a great job on this drive. This is all the way back to their 1-yard line, and just to get in to Globe territory is an accomplishment. But if I know my head coach, Dominic Bonilla, like I know my head coach, Dominic Bonilla, he's not going to be satisfied with this one, and he's going to try to convert this 4th down. Thank you for Desiree Boston in the chat. Says Hank is number 9. Vinci Pryor says, let's go Jackets from the class of 94. And we have some clock issues here, and unfortunately, and I do know that is a first-time clock operator for Tombstone. He's very nervous. So hopefully the refs take it a little bit easy on him. 6-0 ball game with, I think, 45 seconds is going to be on the clock, and 25 seconds on the clock in this first quarter for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Tombstone yet to punt in this game. This is their second possession. That will be Moody in at quarterback. He's going to run an option. He wants to keep it, and he's not going to get there. And that's going to be Globe ball, as that ball is going to be spotted at the 40. It's going to be 1st and 10, Globe Tigers from their own 40-yard line. Still a very successful drive for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, where they could have given up the field position battle, but they stay ahead of it, and Globe has to take over in their own end. And while we get this change of possession, folks, I would, of course, like to thank the Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawley. They're now serving Cochise County. Ed Morse Automotive Group in Sierra Vista will be about supporting our community and giving the best vehicle buying experience possible. Stop in today and experience the difference. I did just realize Ed Morse Auto Group is sponsoring this event, so Tombstone's first touchdown was brought to the Ed Morse Automotive Group drive of the game so far. And Garcia is going to trip over his own feet on that one.
Down at the
And that's not actually Garcia. That's Jager Franco taking over for quarterback duties for the Globe Tigers.
And there's the end of the quarter. Your score is 6-0.
It's just if you
Yellow
search
Jackets
Facebook,
leading.
if you search Cool FM Live on Facebook, that's where we're streaming. Or they can go to coolfmonline.com.
How do you say that?
Yeah.
It's right here.
Right there. That's what it looks like. Sorry about that, folks. We are getting some more viewers to pile up in the stream. And before we do that, it is the end of the first quarter of play. Tombstone Yellow Jackets lead 6-0 and just got a huge loss defensively on that play. So when we resume, Globe will have about a 2nd and 20 on their next drive. We got the cheerleaders right in front of us leading the cheers for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And a leader in Sierra Vista is Cigarro Air Solutions, LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Cigarro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling, servicing and repair and replacement, plus certified duct cleaning. Oh, I need that for sure. Call 520-699-4237. Learn about our limited time offer of an $85 for furnace service available during September and redeemable in October. CigarroSolutions.com. That's a great deal. And we are just about set to start the second quarter of play. Tombstone Yellow Jackets missing a few players in this one. More notably, number 5, the quarterback, DJ Elias, throws one of the prettiest balls I've ever seen in my entire life. But they are rolling right now. A 2nd and 20 for Globe. And they're leading 6-0. This is going to be a middle screen. They got blockers out in front. Globe making a great play out of this one. Turning that 2nd 20 into about a 3rd and 4 situation is running back number 33, Jeremiah Foster, for the Globe Tigers. That is their best play by far on offense early in this ball game as we start the second quarter with a big pick of about 16 yards for Globe. It will be 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Correction, 3rd and 5. Ball is on the...
So we did see that Garcia was taking the snaps. I wonder if there's something wrong because Franco is now taking all the snaps for the Globe Tigers. And he's back to pass. He's got a man open. That one's caught. Great pitch and catch. Hank Moody with the tackle. But that's how you do it. Jager Frago to Ryan Spitzowski for the Globe Tigers. That is a tough one. I do not blame our PA announcer on that one. But a big play. Now the Globe Tigers showing signs of life on this normally tough Tombstone Yellow Jacket defense. We do see a lot of hands on the hips for the defensive line of the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They got to get ready to go on this one. Globe is not done. The handoff will be up the middle. First man missed, but that's a great job of this Yellow Jacket defense swarming to the ball carrier. And they're going to get about 3 or 4 on that play. Actually, it was a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, turns out no. Turns out it was. Okay, it was at the line of scrimmage. The refs are trying to fool me, and they're doing a great job of it. Michael, number 30, and Thomas is number 51. I was talking about Thomas Smith. And I don't know, is that Michael Smith, number 30? Yeah, that would be it. Thank you, Susan Thomas, for that one. The numbers are just a little bit off on the roster that I have from Max Prep, so thank you for everyone for the corrections. This ball's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. Great job. That was number 3, Jabari Thomas, knocking that one out for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. So the defensive line, as tired as they are, getting the job done on these first 2 plays. That's going to be a 3rd and 10 situation for the Globe Tigers. Broadcasting from the town too tough to die in Tombstone, Arizona. We did get the sponsors in, and as always, folks, like to say, support the businesses that support your community. Without our sponsors and advertisers, we're not here broadcasting this great game under the Thursday night lights. Sorry, I'm looking at the referee who is yelling back it up right now. Clock, and he is not happy with the clock operator, but I can tell you it's the clock operator's first time doing this, so you got to give him a little bit of leeway. Just got to watch the official when he waves his arm in the air. It's a stop. And this one's going to be thrown up. They got a man open, but it's too long in the town, too tough to die. We also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a holding call on the Globe Tigers, so it's actually better that they didn't convert that because they would feel really, really bad right now if they did. He didn't signal, but it was a holding. Typically that's on the line, but we will see if maybe a defensive back for the Yellow Jackets. No, Dominic Bonilla is actually going to see if they want to accept this penalty or not. So this will be on Globe. It's either going to be a 4th and 10 situation or a 3rd and 20 situation. I think Coach Dominic Bonilla is interested in the 4th down. One more play to get the ball back to his offense.
Holding on.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. I like that call from Dominic Bonilla. 4th and 10 now for the Globe Tigers.
Bring it up 4th down.
Amy Mundy Ellison in the chat says, let's go Tigers. Thursday night lights under the Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative Nights in the town too tough to die in Tombstone, Arizona. A big 4th and 10 now for the Globe Tigers. Their biggest play of the game is going to be a play action. They're going to try to throw that one over the top, but it's going to be Hank Moody with the interception, and he's going to take this one out of the end zone. He's got some blocking.
Down at the 17-yard line.
He had some blocking, but it looked like maybe a whiff on that one. Moody had pay dirt in his head. But still a great play from the Yellow Jackets. They turn that ball over, get it back to their offense here with 9:51 to play in the second quarter. Tombstone still up 6-0 in this ball game. And that pass was Hunter Gracemore all the way across to Jabari Thomas, not Aiden Luna. He's an offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Jabari Thomas for a big play. Can't believe I didn't mention Aiden Luna's name so far. He's also part of that big offensive and defensive line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Of course, fills up the box score.
Getting ready.
And here we are again. Tombstone loves that tight formation. People think it's out of shotgun. It's spread. It is not. And that's going to be Jemiah Wallace right up the middle. He's having himself a very good game as he goes for 8 to 9 yards on that one, bringing up a 2nd down and short situation. Hillary Walkup in the chat says, go, go, go. Talking about the Tigers, I do believe. This will be a 2nd down and very short situation. Again, a lot of props go out to head coach Dominic Bonilla, working without a superstar quarterback, DJ Elias, and the offense has been moving the ball very successfully in this game.
All right, here we go.
And this is going to be a quarterback power run from Hunter Gracemore. He's going to get the 1st down easily and a few more. Good gain of 4. And that's going to be 1st and 10, Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
You could be using the announcer.
9:04 left to go in this first half of play.
He might be gone.
Start the clock.
Everyone's trying to help the clock operator out now. I feel bad for the guy too. Officials are notoriously short-tempered. Coach Allen said right in front of us. Coach the Sierra Vista Little League. How'd you guys end up, Vic? They lost the state. They made it state. There you go. And here we are back to the action. A good run on this play by Kevin Suarez from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And again, Tombstone is going to get a 1st down on this one. And again, Tombstone just doing a great job getting everyone involved in this offense. Is that Dominic Bonilla or Andy Reid down there calling the offense? Because he's letting everyone trying to make plays tonight. 8:24 to play. The chains are set. The clock will run. 22-21. Referee keeping an eye on that one. And everyone in this crowd's keeping an eye on it too, trying to help out the clock operator as much as we can. 1st and 10 for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Ball is on the 44-yard line. Motion. And it's going to be Gracemore keeping it himself. He's met at the line of scrimmage, able to break a tackle and get 4 yards. That was a big hit to Hunter, but these Gracemores are tough. And that's going to be a pretty good gain. Again, this is what you want to do when you play power football. Just wear on the team. Try to get a couple touchdowns in the first half. And in the fourth quarter, you're going to see an offensive explosion from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That's what you want to do with your offensive line. Just be aggressive. Wear on the defense as much as you can. And hopefully in the process, you're able to break one like Gracemore did to Jabari Thomas. $7:25 and counting to go in the first half. This one's going to be Jemiah Wallace. Good cut from Wallace. He hits the hole. Wallace still on his feet, and he's going to get the first down. So, again, Tombstone doing a great job running it right up the middle in between the A gaps and the B gaps and bossing this game so far here tonight, Thursday night, under the lights. The Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative lights here tonight. Tombstone looking very sharp last week, won 58-6. Doesn't look like they're going to put up that much, but there still is 2.5 quarters to play in this football game. So you never know.
All right, 1st and 10.
Gracemore takes the snap. It's going to be a bootleg. It's going to be a naked bootleg as Gracemore is going to get to the edge. And more Gracemore running down the sideline. A big run from the quarterback, Hunter Gracemore, and another first down for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That first down brought to you by the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas, providing the highest quality of care to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Connect with them today at 520-432-6435. A lot of credit needs to go to Dominic Bonilla, head coach for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Undermanned so far here tonight, but you would not be able to tell that with the way that Tombstone is moving the football. 6:49 to play. It's going to be Jemiah Wallace one more time. And here we go. Tombstone starting to see some daylight. Jemiah Wallace inside the 5-yard line. And that's going to be a 1st and goal for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Great job again from the offensive line of the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Aiden Luna, Terrell Smith in there, Thomas Smith in there. Trying to get some more numbers so we can get more credit for the team. We have number 22. I mean, everyone's blocking, so Andrew Gracemore as well. You know he's going to try to help out that run game that's manned by his brother right now. That's going to be Wallace. He's trying to get to the edge, but a good job meeting him right at the goal line there. That was number 7, Esteban Garcia, with that play. So Garcia, who took a couple of the early snaps, not doing that anymore for the Globe Tigers, but still on defense making plays. Hillary Walkup in the chat says, nice. Obviously about that big run. That's what you're doing. That's what Dominic Bonilla, head coach, is doing. Just wear them down, and we're starting to see some bigger runs getting broken from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
For this week.
5:48 to play. Gracemore again in shotgun, pistol formation this time. And he's going to try to run this one. A good block from Wallace in the offensive line, and Hunter Gracemore's got the second touchdown of the game for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, a 12-0 lead with 5:31 to play in the first half. Great drive from the Yellow Jackets. We do see super sophomore Hank Moody coming out. Might expect a little bit of a kick on this, but you never know. And Tombstone seems to be having a little bit of issues with their personnel. The clock does start. And they are going to go for 2 on this one. Hunter Gracemore is going to run back to the huddle with the call. They need to hurry up on this. Always watch the back judge. He's the one that does the 5-second countdown. And the snap, it's going to be Gracemore. He's going to try to power his way to the end zone. A quarterback power off tackle, and that's good. And we're up to 14-0 for the Tombstone Yellow Jacks. The Ed Morse Automotive Drive recap on that one. A lot of power from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Not one pass attempted, not one pass completed, but a bunch of runs spearheaded by Hunter Gracemore and Jemiah Wallace, leading them in the end zone for that touchdown. A great drive and a good power drive from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets to take the lead 14-0.
Song.
Number 69 on the kick for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Have no idea who that is, folks. If anyone's got 69, that would be great. Ready to return for the Globe Tigers. Again, another person I don't have a number for, but also Ryan Spitzowski. And the kick, they're going to hit that one deep. It's going to roll. A little bit of tricky one to handle, but Globe does a great job of that. And this one is going to be a good return for the Globe Tigers down the sideline. Can they get him down? And yes, a touchdown saving tackle from Kevin Suarez of the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, as that was Trenton Goss on the return for the Globe Tigers, and feeling himself as he struts back to the huddle after that one. Globe down, but not out of this game with 5:16 to play in the second quarter. 14-0 your score. Tombstone on top.
Looks like he entered the cheerleader zone.
This change of possession is brought to you by the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, proud to support our local youth sports. Come into Sonic for every Wednesday for a Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals are only $2.49 with no limit. And that good return is going to be wiped out by a holding on the Globe Tigers. An unfortunate hold. And now it's block in the back, and the ref, who was getting mad at everyone else, is getting mad at himself now. Self-accountability is a good thing, folks. Laughs all around on the field. 5:16 to play. Globe down 14-0. They've shown they have some big playability with quarterback Jager Franco. Franco in shotgun. And it looks like the refs are going to let him play. Tombstone might have jumped, but no dice on the offside call. That one almost intercepted.
By Jacob McLagan.
And Jacob McLagan on the pass breakup for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Good defense again. Tombstone, as high-powered as their offense can be, has, at least since I've been broadcasting sports, been led by this very tough Yellow Jacket defense that pride themselves on swarming to the ball. Colin Regan, I know Colin in the chat, former manager with me, says, great job, Paul Quarter. Colin, great job, everything you're doing in local politics for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Dave Davies says, get him, Jackets. Is DJ playing? He is not. Back to pass. This one is going to be caught, but with nowhere to go. Oh, what a job breaking out of it. That's going to be Gross one more time, and he's going to be thrown down, but not after a huge first down play for the Globe Tigers. Trenton Goss one more time had his big return taken out and was running a little bit angrily on that one. Chris Lake says, tighten up special teams. Well, yes and no. There was a holding / block in the back that brought that one back. And so, yes, Dave Davis, it's 14-0, 4:58 to play. DJ Elias, quarterback extraordinaire for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, is not suited up. Well, he's suited up, but not in pads in this game. He's got great body language on the sideline, though, leading from the sideline as a great leader does. Globe's going to run this one. A little bit of daylight. Good tackle there, but Globe's starting to figure out an offense of their own as Jeremiah Foster runs for about 4 yards on that. .435, under 5 minutes to play now in the second quarter. We have a 2nd and 6 for the Globe Tigers. They love to throw the ball, but they're going to power run it again. And another good cut's going to get them another 4 to 5 yards. So Globe now trying to do bully ball of their own. Jeremiah Foster again falling forward. And we're going to have a 3rd and 2 situation for the Globe Tigers.
Managed to come up with some big plays.
A lot of people in the chat, folks. If you're new, you didn't hear me say it, let me know where you're rooting from and who you're cheering for as well. We are an international broadcast here. When we broadcast for Cochise College, at least, we have people from Australia and Japan coming down to watch. And we're going to have a flag on this play. Globe's going to give 5 yards back on this drive. They were 3rd and short, now 3rd and 7. For the Globe Tigers. That's just something you can't do. Oh, no, they're calling it offside. So Globe was very upset with themselves, thinking that somebody moved, but it looks like Tombstone broke the plane first, and that's going to give Globe a free first down. Someone tell the kids that they don't need to be upset.
First down.
Under 4 minutes to play, 3:51 left to go in this first half. Aaron Ellison Wagger says, go Tigers, number 8. Number 8, of course, is going to be Roston Elias. And Tua Tagovailoa is out of the NFL game. Surprise, surprise. Isabella Rosa says, watching from Washington, D.C., go Tombstone. Jet motion from Globe. They're going to do a wide receiver screen, and it's going to be Goss, rather. Trenton Goss gets a couple on that one, so we'll have a 2nd and long situation for the Globe Tigers. 3:18 to play. Clock is running 14-0. Globe desperately needs to cash on this drive. This will be back-to-back drives where they move the ball very effectively. And they would love to answer the second Tombstone touchdown with one of their own. That's going to be up the middle again, and another good run. So Globe finding some success in the middle of that Tombstone defense with Jeremiah Foster. Surprising to me because big Terrell Smith, the senior, number 65, plugs up that middle. Might be running some double teams towards him, so it's going to be up to someone else on that defensive line to start making plays for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Let them know that you can't just wait for one guy. You got to watch us all. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half of play. A 3rd and 5 situation. Clock is going to run. Referee not happy with the clock operator again. This is going to be, oh, there we go. That's what we were looking for a Tombstone Yellow Jackets fan. I think that was Tyler Kocher on the tackle.
Bringing up 4th down.
66. I don't have a 66, so we'll just say he's 68. Hillary Wycliffe is watching from Pennsylvania. Let's go Yellow Jackets. Smith boys, number 30 and number 51. Of course, she's talking about Thomas Smith and Michael Smith. 4th down at 5, Globe with 2:22 to play. This is their best drive. Big Terrell Smith is having a little bit of trouble getting off the field. A late substitution for the Yellow Jackets. He does. And a 4th and 5 situation where Tombstone wants all their pass rushers in for this play. Globe will drop back to pass out of the shotgun, looking to run, and he's got some daylight. That's going to be a 1st down and more for Jager Franco. No flags on the field, and Globe keeps their drive alive with 2:05 to go in the first half. A big conversion for the Tigers. Susan Thomas says, yay, Hillary, and Dave Davies in the chat. Normally right beside me, but has grandkids tonight, says, come on, D. And we have an official timeout, it looks like. Head referee wants to talk to the head coach of the Globe Tigers.
Left to go in the half. Your score is
head coach for Globe Tigers is Brady Hoff.
14-0.
A 2:01 to play, 14-0, Tombstone on top. This has been a very good Globe Tiger drive.
Think about what you're going to order at the concession stand.
And Globe does get the ball in the second half, I believe. Yeah, that is correct. The discussion is over, and we're ready to return to football action. 2:01 to play. And just kidding, we're not ready to return to football action as we have a timeout from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets and head coach Dominic Bonilla.
When you thought it was going to start.
Susan Thomas says, the Smith boys, Tombstone, go. And while we have this timeout, folks, I'd like to thank Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our number one choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran-owned and operated. You can find them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your hometown realtors, proudly supporting our amazing community and our fabulous athletes across Cochise County. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate expert Sherry Ethell and her team at 717-599-2439. Thank you as well to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. I'll say they do periodic videos on Cool FM Live with all their great work and the remodels and everything. So if you need a landscaping company, call Grasshopper because they do it right at 520-456-8945. And finally, thank you to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door, now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and we are ready to return to football action for real this time with Tombstone. Their backs against the walls, and that defense is going to have to make a play as Globe has just drove it down the field on this drive.
Getting ready for the signal.
Snap out of the shotgun. That's going to be a different running back for the Globe Tigers and a better result for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Esteban Garcia got the carry on that and got very little, if anything, on that run. 2nd and 10 as Tombstone, the defense from head coach Dominic Bonilla, is answered with a good play right away. And that is an instance where you do want to give your defense a breather. Clock running under 2 minutes now for the Globe Tigers as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own before the half ends. Franco in the shotgun.
All right.
He's back to pass. He doesn't like what he's got. He's being chased. He throws this one off his back foot, and that's going to be, is it caught? Is it caught? No! Incomplete pass. Almost making a name for himself out there at the island is Kevin Suarez. And the Tombstone defensive backfield, again, doing a great job in this ball game. They have one interception and probably should have 3 in this ball game. 1:12 to play. 3rd and 10 now for the Globe Tigers. 14-0. Tombstone still on top, and Globe's going to call a timeout. Everyone realizes how big this drive is for Globe and Tombstone as well, and Globe wants to think about this one as Carissa Presti in the chat says, "Go Jackets." And this timeout, folks, I'd like to thank more of the people that make this broadcast possible. Support the businesses that support your community. The Sierra Vista Medical Group are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with the provider today at svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. Thank you as well to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our area since 1963. Ready for some more football action. The whistle blows. And the Tombstone Yellow Jacket defense ready to take the field. Globe is already lined up. A very important 3rd and 10 situation for the Globe Tigers.
Interested in being a manager.
Jet motion. Play action a couple times. Franco wants to try to break the pocket. He's going to throw this one up, and it is complete. What a play. Oh, no, that happens to me all the time. Coach Victor Valenzuela and family lost a cup on that one. That's usually my cup. It's actually a ritual that we spill my water in some way. A great play from the Globe Tigers. Are going to give them 1st and 10. 1 minute and under 1 minute to play now. 1st and goal. This is the 1st and goal to go. There you go, Paul. There's English. This is the best Globe drive we've seen so far. Expect number 33 up the middle, and that's who's going to get it. He's going to get a little bit closer, but not quite into the end zone just yet. Jeremiah Foster a little bit short. Clock is ticking. 40 seconds to go. Clock needs to run. There it is. Oh, that's right. We're in Tombstone where that clock just kind of skips a few seconds. I need to fix that. It's too good a football team to have that problem happening. 28 seconds to go. 26 seconds to go. They're going to hand it off again. Does he get in? He falls forward this time, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Globe Tigers. Jeremiah Foster, a big part of that drive. 21 seconds to play. Globe is on the board and have made this a ball game here in the town too tough to die, Tombstone, Arizona. Ryan Hernandez in the chat. Looks like might have tagged somebody. Thank you. We appreciate everyone coming into this Cool FM Live community type stream. Dave Davies in the chat says they may be playing the Tigers. Golly. If only Dave was here, he could say that. And they're going to try to kick this one in. Number 55, Dave Davies' favorite part. I don't have a 55, so good luck on this one. And it is a very good kick. That one's going to be good. The ref slow roll me there, but it's a 14-7 ball game with 21 seconds left to play. We'll see how head coach Dominic Bonilla wants to approach this. He does have 2 timeouts left and 21 seconds. Remember, folks, first downs do stop the clock while the chains get moving as well. So 21 seconds, not as dire as it may seem in the NFL. The Ed Morris Automotive Group drive recap for the Globe Tigers. A very balanced approach. Big passing conversions on some third downs by Jager Franco. And the drive finished off by Jeremiah Foster, their big running back. And on that drive, Foster was finding a lot of daylight in between the A-gap and the B-gap of the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, something that will be addressed by head coach Dominic Bonilla at halftime. I'm very sure of it.
All right, here we go.
And does Globe try to kick it deep? And it's a little bit of a squibber. The ball's going to get by. And Tombstone does recover. Jabari Thomas looking to make a huge play for the Yellow Jackets. Unfortunately, ran right by the ball. Was able, because he is very athletic and fast, to get back before anything happened. And this is tested territory, I would say, for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They're on the 30. You get one big passing play, and you never know what could happen. So we'll see. Dominic Bonilla with a couple of choices. He's going to bring in the throwing quarterback, Hank Moody, for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and I have to imagine that means he's got 7 points on his mind. Aaron Alyssa Wager in the chat says Globe Tiger number 8 is our freshman Braden Wager on your roster. All right, thank you so much for that. Globe with a good drive, 14-7 now your score. 21 seconds to play. Hank Moody, he will be back to pass. He's looking for Thomas. Jabari Thomas has a step on his man, and it's going to be intercepted by the Globe Tigers. Gary Perkins on that play. Now Globe with 14 seconds and all the momentum in this ball game. They are a team that likes to spread it out, and they are a team that likes to throw it. We'll see how they approach this now. Not a bad turnover there from Hank Moody and head coach Dominic Bonilla. Of course, Jabari Thomas was open. You'd like him to get the ball out there. The sophomore not taking many snaps because they have DJ Elias. That's just something he'll have to learn, but it basically is effectively a punt at that point. And so if you're going to go ahead and go for it, just go for it on the first play. So not a terrible turnover for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, unless, of course, it converts into points for the Globe Tigers here. Here we are again with Franco. He is going to drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen, and Tombstone all over that one. Jeremiah Foster with not a lot of room to run. 6 seconds left. Globe does take a timeout.
For the Tigers.
Of course, we did mention Ed Morris, and we thank them for appreciating all of our, or sponsoring all of our touchdown drives tonight, and there's been 7 of them. Stop in today at Ed Morris Automotive Group and experience the difference. And this timeout is brought to you by Sagaro Air Solutions of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Sagaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering, get ready for this, heating and cooling system services, repair and replacement, plus certified duct cleanings. Call today at 520-699-4237. 6 seconds to go in the first half of play between the Globe Tigers and the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. This game far from over. Tombstone a little bit undermanned. Of course, we always talk about DJ Elias and not available for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets in this ball game. That being said, Tombstone is ahead 14-7, doing very well without him. This ball's going to be thrown on the near side. Does he get out of bounds in time? Yes, with 1 second left. Good play call there from the Globe Tigers. We had Jaeger Franco throwing it to a number that I don't have. Oh, these rosters, I swear. Number 11, if anyone watching from Globe who knows who number 11 is, we appreciate that. Timeout taken, the last timeout for the Globe Tigers. 1 second to go in this half, and we'll see if they can throw that ball 58 yards. Jaeger Franco. That being said, look for Tombstone. I would probably bring some pressure and just play the goal line sticks on this one and try to get Franco off the spot because, as you might have imagined, if we're not talking about Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, throwing the ball off your back foot loses some throwing power.
Gotta win, though.
A lot of people in our chat here. Under the lights, Thursday night football. Not very common for 11-man football to see it on Thursday night, but we're glad that they're having it because we were treated to one heck of a game so far. 14-7, Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top of the Globe Tigers. Franco. Back to pass. Tombstone does bring some pressure. It's going to be a screen pass. A long way to go. Turns the corner, gets to the sideline. Had a chance but slips, and that's how the first half will end. Jeremiah Foster with a big gain. Just not enough, and Tombstone's going to go into the locker room up 14-7 in this ball game. Before we go to halftime, folks, and see this halftime performance that I hope the cheerleaders have for us, allow me to thank once again the sponsors that make this possible. Support the businesses that support your community. First, the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Douglas, and Bisbee, providing English is still a tough language for your boy, the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment today at 520-432-6435. Also, thank you to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, for serving our community. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In. Come in every Wednesday for a Wacky Pack Wednesday, and kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. I'll tell you, you can't get that deal anywhere else. Happy Meals are $7. I know, because my girls always want to go to Mickey Donald's. Also, thank you to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our number one choice for pest control in Cochise County. You can visit them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your hometown realtors, proudly supporting our fabulous athletes across Cochise County. If you're considering buying or selling, make your first call to the real estate expert Sherry Ethell and her team at 717-599-2439. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper for all your landscaping needs, 520-456-8945. Thank you to Ginger's Titles in Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door, open on Saturdays now at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you as well to the Sierra Vista Medical Group. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with the provider today at svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. Thank you as well to Barnett's Towing and Propane Services, serving our area since 1963. Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group, proudly supporting our community and proud to give you the best vehicle buying experience possible. Come in today and experience the difference. And finally, once again, thank you to Sagaro Air Solutions. They have a bunch of services that I listed off just a few seconds ago. Give them a call today at 520-699-4237 to learn about their limited time offer of an $85 furnace service available during September and still redeemable in October.
And 10% comes back to the school.
We will have the camera on the 50-yard line here just momentarily when the cheerleaders get going. But as you can see on that scoreboard, 14-7 your score here in the town. Too tough to die. Tombstone, Arizona. Yellow Jackets on top. To be safe, folks, while I'm gone, I will have to go ahead and mute the stream, so I do apologize for that. We will be back momentarily. If you need some water, Todd, you go ahead. If you need some water, Todd, you go ahead.
I was going to say, no, I'm fine.
and I'll include a get-out-of-jail-free card for Chicago. If it works, go for it. 2013 is when football started here. 2012 was the last year at the old high school. Congratulations to Miss Escarga for...
Todd, I think we were lied to about there being a halftime show. I think we were lied to about there being a halftime show.
Yeah, there was just a small little cheer
Oh, okay.
for about 2 minutes maybe.
Okay. We have Kylie Martinez, rather, in the chat says, "Let's go Tigers." We had a new comment while I was gone. It's always good when that halftime chat is active because we got nothing to talk about. Just under 5 minutes to go before we get football action ready to go back in the town. Too tough to die in Tombstone, Arizona. The Yellow Jackets on top of the Globe Tigers 14-7 in this ball game. Todd, I see we don't have the cool graphics on tonight. I'm very disappointed. Where's Dan the man? What's he doing? Nothing good goes on at 7 p.m. on a Thursday. We know that.
We are grateful for the Globe fans that came out to support their team.
So we're covering the Buena game tomorrow and
Bisbee. Is that the only two?
Drive, if you've never been to Globe,
is Benson at home?
it's a long drive.
Benson does not play this week. Benson will resume action against these Tombstone Yellow Jackets at Benson, Arizona, game that we will be at. So,
Those are the only 2 games that we'll be doing.
If you are curious about other scores in Cochise County,
we like broadcasting from Benson. We go up above the coach's box and have the place all to ourselves. So, we do know that we will be broadcasting the Benson Bobcats hosting the Tombstone Yellow Jackets next week. So, Tombstone not done with us just yet. Dave will join me on that one, or he's going to have to find a new profession. I hope you're listening, Dave. Then after that, we really have no idea where we're going to be. There's quite a few games going on. I believe that Bisbee plays Wilcox, and then our 1A rivalry from the AIA, the Valley Union Blue Devils and the St. David Tigers play on the 27th as well. So there's a lot of games we need to cover on the 27th and just not enough teams to do it. It shouldn't be too hard to find someone to broadcast the St. David and Valley Union game because Valley Union High School has a gorgeous, gorgeous press box. And there's only 2 other people that occupy it. Was super excited to get to do a Valley Union game this year. We tried to do it last year, couldn't get any answers if we could or not. We just decided, you know what, we'll show up and see if they let us in, and they could not have been more hospitable. Thank you to the Valley Union High School, who got their first win last week, 1-1 on the season. In 2 weeks, take on the St. David Tigers, who are running roughshod all over the 1A conference in AIA. Look for a state championship matchup against the Hayden Lobos in their future. Just turn that ambient mic off for a little bit and try to talk as much as I can. Right? There we go. Uh-oh. Gabriel Lagunas in the chat says, found it, and is laughing about it. Replying to someone in the chat. Just under 2 minutes before the teams come out to the field. The Globe's already here. Tombstone, we're going to be right behind as they're going to stretch. And we're going to get the second half of football underway in the town. Too tough to die in Tombstone, Arizona. We already had a member of local government come in and listen to us. Colin Regan was here. Said I was doing a great job, and we all know that's a dang lie. Self-deprecating humor is the best because it hurts no one except for yourself. Yeah, I think we're all right. Trying to think of things to say here. Todd Ryan, take the mic.
There you go. Hi, folks.
Go ahead. No, you go right ahead.
No, I was just saying, we might turn the music on.
No, I know. We're trying to talk so the music doesn't play very loud in the background. Copyrighted music, folks. It's terrible. Well, I turned the ambient mic off, so as long as we talk a little bit, it shouldn't pick anything up. I guess this is as good a time as any to run down our sponsor list one more time. Got a few text messages. People know. Someone said happy birthday. Thank you, Stud Bronson from the Peacemakers. Wishing your boy a happy birthday. Not a lot of people know it's my birthday. I took it off Facebook. So I didn't have to reply to 90 people saying thank you, because I think it's rude to put in thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes to post. So I just decided not to let anyone know it was my birthday. All right, trying to find your number here. There we go. Here we go. Back to the sponsors momentarily, folks. Thank you always to the Copper Queen Community Hospital for sponsoring our Cochise County sports. They have clinics in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas that provide the highest quality of service to home health patients and outpatients. 520-432-6435. Give them a call today. Thank you as well to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative for these gorgeous lights, and the 3 touchdown drives provided the electricity in this stadium. Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, serving our community. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, new sponsor, and they're proud to sponsor our local sports coverage. Come in to Sonic every Wednesday for our Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals are only $2.49 with no limit. $2.49 in this economy. Who can make money off that? Certainly not Sonic. Just doing that out of the goodness of their hearts. Thank you to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control across Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team, your hometown realtors. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate expert, Sherry Ethell and her team, at 717-599-2439. Thank you as well to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact them today at 520-456-8945. Thank you to Ginger's Titles in Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door, now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Medical Group. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with the provider today at svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. Thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our area since 1963. Let you know they're doing it right, folks. Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group. They are proud to support our community and proud to make your buying experience the best it can be. There you go, Paul. Me and this English language, I tell you, we do not like each other. Stop in today and experience the difference at the new Ed Morris Automotive Group. And finally, thank you to Saguaro Air Solutions, who have a plethora of services that you can actually read in the description box below, along with all of our other sponsors. Give them a call today at 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of $85 for furnace service, available in September and redeemable in October. You can find them at SaguaroAirSolutions.com. That's a good way to fill the void of time there, Todd. We did it. We always say support the businesses that support your community. Without these businesses, we would not be able to broadcast live free of charge on Cool FM Live.
I'd like to give a shout out to Paul, to Brady at Bam Bam Barbecue. He provided all the meals prior to the game. Well, all season long, he's providing the meals from Bam Bam Barbecue to Tombstone football players.
Really?
And at their season-ending banquet, he supplies the entire meal for the banquets. So a shout-out to Brady at Bam Bam.
I mean, you see the size of some of these Tombstone kids. You know they're losing a lot of money on that deal. So thank you to Bam Bam Barbecue and Brady. And give that ambient mic a little twist. I'd like to thank also Kathy Lopez and Nora Luna, the two ladies at the front who let me in today and had a great conversation with. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Also, thank you to Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, someone that we forgot. They sponsor everything I do anyway. They provide non-medical in-home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living. I just did a presentation at the Tombstone Senior Center
Raise your hand.
yesterday, actually.
Raise your
And so
Yes.
if you're in need of medical in-home, non-medical in-home care, you struggle with activities of daily living, give them a call at 520-685-1035.
Okay. All right, here we go. Second half.
And we are ready to start some second half football here in the town. Too tough to die. Oh, and a good awareness play. That could be a personal foul, but they're not going to call it. So it could have been a personal foul because the fair catch was called for. And this is why when you see onside kicks, you see them on the ground. Because if it's kicked in the air past 10 yards, anyone can call a fair catch. And you have to give them the space to catch it. So tackling someone after they've made a fair catch is typically a personal foul. But not a lot of high school teams and players know that. And I'm sure the referees were just a little bit lenient on that one. Head referee is going over to talk to the linesman about that. He's wondering why there wasn't a penalty flag thrown. We do have a conversation between the officials. 5 seconds gone in this third quarter. And it looks like everyone is happy with there being no flag on that. So Globe will take over on their own 45-yard line.
Tigers 45. First down, 1st and 10.
Globe got their first points of the game on their last drive of the first half and going for the old double dip, trying to get back-to-back drives with touchdowns. That would actually tie this ball game should they make the extra point. And it's going to be a shotgun formation going deep down the sideline. Great coverage once again by Kevin Suarez as Jaeger Franco couldn't hit his target on that one. Second and long. Good job, Ivan, in the chat. Ivan Amaya, number 24. Ivan Amaya on our near side defensive end. Looks like he's going to be playing weak side defensive end. Strong side defensive end appears to be Jabari Thomas for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Motion out of the backfield. Downfield looking for it all, and that's good defense by Hank Moody. Footsteps were heard by Ryan Spatowski. And that's going to be 3rd and 10 now as Franco could not connect on that deep pass. Had him open. Spatowski heard Hank Moody bearing down on him, heard the footsteps, and kind of short-armed that one.
3rd down.
So it will be 3rd down and 10 now. Tombstone Yellow Jacket defense, a much better start to the second half rather than how they ended the first half. 11:43 to play, 14-7 your score. Cheerleaders leading some cheers, but no one in the audience is backing them up. Come on, guys. 3rd down and 10.
All right, there's a snap.
Shotgun formation, back to pass. Big Terrell Smith, and the line gets in. That ball's going to be intercepted. There's going to be a face mask as well. Jemiah Wallace with a big play. The ball right through the hands of Jeremiah Foster. This one's going to go all the way down to the Globe Tigers' 30-yard line after that face mask. What a play from Jemiah Wallace. And I'll tell you, he better make that play because there was a lot of room for Jeremiah Foster to run after that one. Tombstone Yellow Jackets in business. Their first drive of the second half is going to start on the Globe Tiger 30-yard line. 11:35 to play. That didn't take long before Tombstone got the ball back, and they are still up in this ball game, 14-7.
15-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 30.
Thank you to the undervalued Todd Ryan, who's behind the camera for me tonight. Thank you, Todd, for joining me. I couldn't do it. This isn't basketball. There's four full pages of rosters I need to look at here. It's a little bit tougher than basketball.
Here's the snap, the handoff.
And that's going to be a handoff to Jemiah Wallace, who gets inside, I think, the 10-yard line, but the 15 for sure. And we're going to have a 1st and goal for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets on about the 8-yard line of the Globe Tigers.
Like about the 9-yard line.
Dave Davies heard a comment from me, so interesting on what that'll be. Tombstone Yellow Jackets in business. Looks like that touchdown Globe scored at the end of the first half woke them up, not only defensively but offensively as well. It's going to go back to Wallace, the bell cow. He's got a lot of room to run, and Jemiah Wallace loses the football.
Ball comes out, but
It was on the ground. They're going to call it. I thought he was in the end zone, but it looks like Jemiah Wallace is going to be about an inch away from that goal line. Second and goal for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
All right, looks like the cheerleaders have some more items to toss into the...
He says a new professional will be there. Ryan Hernandez. Who do we want in? I don't know. There's going to be a handoff to Wallace off the right side, and he's going to skirt all the way to the end zone. And a great job from the Yellow Jackets, scoring on their first possession of the second half. Great defensive possession turns into a great offensive possession, and now they take the lead 20-7 with 10:38 to play in this third quarter. That didn't take long.
Coach Menina goes out and talks with Hunter.
Looks like Tombstone will be going for 2 points on this one. Stark contrast to last year for the Yellow Jackets, where they had Malachi Matrix Keller, who in this position could kick the ball over the fence, which is about 50 yards away. Shout out, Malachi. We miss you. Dave Davies in the chat says, boom, touchdown Jackets, baby.
There's a snap.
Gracemore's going to fake it. He's going to go all the way around. Throws it to Thomas. Oh, Jabari Thomas looked like he had it, but just dropped it at the goal line. Either way, it's still a two-possession lead for the Yellow Jackets, 20-7, as they get lined up for the kickoff.
All right. Scores 20-7.
The Ed Morris Automotive Group drive recap on that one is one name and one name only. Jemiah Wallace getting it done on every single play. A big run to start it and a powerful run to end it, and that's 20-7. Jackets on top.
Also, Mr. Thursby said there will be no advisement tomorrow during lunch.
50 concurrent viewers in the chat right now. Todd Ryan, when we started this 3 years ago and we're broadcasting to 7 at a time, I never thought we'd get this big. That one's going to be, it looked like a fair catch call, and it will be a fair catch call. Another fair catch, another awareness play from the Globe Tiger special teams as they take over on the 35-yard line. And that Yellow Jacket defense, who got an interception on the last drive, comes right back out, led by the big man in the middle, Terrell Smith, number 65. Got to give the big man love, of course, number 66 as well. Oh, don't have the number for 66. Doggone it. Is that Aiden Luna? Aiden Luna's 76. On my roster, he's 76, and then Hunter Rutgers is 75, the two biggest Jackets on the sideline right now, and we're going to get this drive started. Globe Tigers trying to go right up the middle, but Hunter Gracemore on that tackle, and, of course, the aforementioned Terrell Smith on that one. Ooh. And that was a big shot by Gracemore. These Gracemores definitely do know how to hit, as Jeremiah Foster is on the ground for the Globe Tigers. It looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him. Textbook tackle met right in the hole from Gracemore, the linebacker.
If you are unsure what the Yellow Jacket cheerleaders are singing, look on the back of your yellow program. Follow the bouncing ball.
Chris Kidney in the chat says, hey, guys, love that you're streaming the game. We appreciate it, Chris, and we love streaming the games. Who are you cheering for? Where are you cheering from? And Avona Maya Cauldron again says, go Ivan. And says, go Yellow Jackets. Pamela Cox says, go Jemiah. I missed a lot.
Handoff, and
that's going to go nowhere on that play for the Globe Tigers. Now a third and long situation again for Globe. Their first two drives of the second half, not what they want to yield, as they started to find some success on the last two drives of the first half, but not translating here in the third quarter. Gabriel Laguna says, we want Ben.
Third down.
See if I can't find a Ben on this roster anywhere. No, I can't. I'm not going to ask who the last name is. Pass is going to be over on the far side. And that's going to be not a first down, but a good play from the Tigers.
Officiating crew has done a really good job tonight.
You don't have a 26 exactly. I usually just wait for the PA announcer to call out the Tombstone players. Here we go. Fourth and short situation for the Globe Tigers to stay in this game. They need to convert here because that offensive line is wearing their defensive line down. You're starting to see the effects positively for the Yellow Jackets. Back to pass. That one's going to be miscommunication, and the Tombstone Yellow Jackets are going to take over. Another big turnover on downs for the Yellow Jackets, and this offense again will start in Globe Tiger territory. It looks to be on the 42-yard line of Globe. 9:11 to go in the third quarter, and Tombstone is starting to roll. Starting to buzz, right? And Yellow Jackets buzz. I'll shut up.
The concession stand, which is where back in the corner by Culinary.
That turnover on downs brought to you by Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living. Give them a call at 520-685-1035. Hunter Gracemore is going to take the snap for the Yellow Jackets. They do a two-quarterback system. There's Jemiah Wallace, who's finding a lot of space in between the A and B gap. They're just handing it off. And then the offensive line for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets go to work. Hunter Rutgers, Dakota Estrada, Thomas Smith is definitely in there for sure, and I'm sure Aiden Luna's in there right now, and he is. I don't see 76 anywhere. Missing one offensive lineman. It's going to kill me. 54? Maybe. No, that was Thomas Smith. Is that 50? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Another shotgun snap for the Tombstone Yellow Jacket. Gracemore's going to fake it, try to get to the outside. Not much there. Might have gotten a yard or two. And this is going to bring up a third and short situation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Dave Davies in chat says, uh-oh, this is about to get ugly, maybe. Karis Kidney said, I shared the link. Let's go. Thank you so much, Chris. If this is your first time watching Cochise County Sports on Cool FM Live, we try to broadcast as many games as we can. Obviously, football, it's a little tough that everyone plays on the same night. And also check out our Cochise County Sports Show, which recaps all the high school games Tuesdays. Times vary. That's going to be Jemiah Wallace getting in. He's going to be met in the backfield, so that Globe Tiger defense starting to answer the call a little bit as Jackson Olmstead was in there on the tackle, first man to hit him. That's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. Now, fourth down for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. A long 4, call it short, 5 to go for Tombstone.
Those that are not aware, flag football will be an Olympic sport in L.A. in 2028. Flag football.
Fourth down now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They need to play pistol formation, strong left. Gracemore takes it. He waits for a block from Wallace, and a great play call. That's going to be close, but my money says he got that first down, and the near side line judge agrees with me. First down, Yellow Jackets. They keep the drive alive on fourth.
And that's going to be a first down.
Dave Davies letting Chris Kidney know we will be in Bisbee tomorrow. And next week, next Friday, Dave Davies and I, our high school sports game of the week is going to be in Benson, Arizona, as we broadcast the Tombstone Yellow Jackets at Benson.
Okay, at least many of you can spell cricket. That's a start.
First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball on about the 31-yard line.
All right, here we go. First down and 10.
Gracemore, jet motion. It's going to be a fake, and Gracemore's going to run for a good positive gain on that one. Again, the offensive line going to work for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. This is the part of the game where you start seeing some big runs, and Tombstone's starting to open it up.
As an Olympic sport. And for those of you that will be heartbreaking, but breakdancing will not return. So the young
second down and short now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
Gold medal. Or her first gold medal. All right, here we go. Second down, second and 1.
Gracemore's going to give it up to Wallace. Wallace makes a great cut. Looks like he's going to get the first down. An effort run. All effort from Jemiah Wallace, where he was stopped maybe at the marker, fell forward for another 5-6 yards, and that's tough running from Jemiah Wallace. If you're just joining us, folks, there is no DJ Elias for Tombstone in this ballgame, the superstar quarterback for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They are comfortably ahead 20-7, and without DJ services last week, won 58-6. So we can't speak enough about the job that Coach Dominic Bonilla has done with this offense. Does not matter who calls the signals, he will get it done. Looks like an illegal snap, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So this one's going to come back 5 yards on the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
From the offense.
As they get this sorted out, I'd like to thank the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435.
All right, there we go. First and 15.
First and 15 now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, Gracemore. He's going to fake the give, try to get to the outside. A good juke move, but there's so many Globe Tigers there. A few yards for Gracemore, but that's it. Hunter trying everything he can. Made a few people miss, but that's just good defense from the Globe Tigers. They try to stay in this ballgame. It is 20-7. Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top with 5:13 to play in the third quarter. Not a lot of passing so far in the second half from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. In fact, there's been no passes attempted from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as they are playing old school ground. It's not really old school, though. They are ground and pounding, but they're doing it out of the shotgun. They're doing it out of the pistol with spread formation. So it's a new way to pound you down. Wallace is going to get the carry, and he's going to get to the edge. Jemiah Wallace has a lot of room, and Jemiah Wallace runs into the end zone for a Tombstone touchdown. 27-7 with 4:33 to go in the third quarter of play. That offensive line starting to take charge for the Yellow Jackets, 26-7 rather. And we know Tombstone's not going for an extra point, so I don't know why I said 26-7 as Tombstone's going to line up for the 2-point conversion. 4:32 to play in the third. Ooh, we got a fight song coming out from the cheerleaders. And Gracemore's going to be out of the pistol formation, jet motion. He's going to fake it. He's going to try to power his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. He's close, and it looks like he fell forward, and he did get it. 28-7, Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top of this one. This next drive for the Globe Tigers is going to let us know at 4:32 in the third quarter whether they're going to make this a game or whether Tombstone's going to run away with this one. Dave Davies back in the chat, co-broadcaster extraordinaire. You might be asking, well, if he's your co-broadcaster, where is he? He's at home watching grandkids. Let's go Tombstone. Adrian Dyson says Jemiah has always been a beast and he loves to hit people. I agree. The first year we were doing sports, we got to see the Bisbee Pumas against the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and we were the Bisbee team at that point, and we came into Tombstone and we're doing a Bisbee broadcast, so we were not very well received. But we saw that number 10 for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets was a player. He really stood out, him and number 5, DJ Elias. That one, the kick might go out of bounds, and that will be an illegal procedure on the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. It's always interesting to see where they're going to spot this ball. I've seen officials give 15 yards from where it went out of bounds. Officials put it on the 40, and officials put it on the 45, so we'll see. But yes, to finish my thought, Jemiah Wallace is an absolute beast. We've gotten to know these kids over the years, and they just could not be better young men out there on the football field. Especially, I like DJ Elias always calls me sir. And I want to say sir is my father's name, but I'm almost 40 years old, so yeah, that's for sure me too. Patrick Taylor in chat says, watching from Morena, love the broadcast. Come out to Morena for the Buena game. We will be on the road following the Buena Colts. It will not be Dave Davies and I, though. And that pass is going to be a good one, just a little bit short. And that's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
I do believe Todd Ryan is right next to me. Todd, we do broadcast every Buena game, correct? On the road and at home. I mean, the team went out 4 hours out of the way, so I can't imagine what's even further than that. So I do believe that, yes, and he confirmed that we will have all Buena games broadcast. It will not be Dave Davies and I. It will be one of the other Cool FM teams.
Tigers have the ball.
So here we go, shotgun formation again. They're going to hand this one up the middle. Couple, not much on that one. Jeremiah Foster was finding a lot of room in the end of the first half, but those holes have been closed up by the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and we have a 3rd and 7 situation. Ball's going to be around the 36-yard line. I can't do math. 37? Who knows? 3:57 to play in the third quarter. 3:55. That's the Tombstone clock for you. 28-7. Yellow Jackets on top. Shotgun formation. Globe needs something on this one, and again, miscommunication on that one. That is the second time we've seen Jager Franco try to throw that hitch. Looks like an option route or a choice route, whatever you want to call it, for the Globe Tigers, and they're just not on the same page. Wide receivers, what do they want to do? They want to make big plays. Sometimes you got to take the underneath stuff, and I do agree with Franco throwing that underneath route because it appears to be open. Crystal Stevens, the score is 28-7. Tombstone on top. An incompletion is going to force a punt out of the Globe Tigers, and Tombstone with a chance to really put it on and blow this game wide open.
Getting ready to kick.
And that one's going to be snapped above his head. What a punt from that snap. Tombstone's got to get away from it. They got to get away from it. They got to get away from it. Globe will down that ball at the 41-yard line. You can see the Tombstone coaches on the sideline very upset with their players. That is a situation where if a Globe player decided he could take a Tombstone player, throw him into the ball, and that would not be a penalty. That would be a live ball, and anyone could recover it. So crisis averted for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. 28-7 to go in this ball game, or 28-7 in this ball game with 3:26 left to go in the third quarter of play. Dave Davies says happy birthday, and he says a lot of other stuff. Thank you, Dave. Do appreciate that. Not going to read that off. Not everyone needs to know it's my birthday. I would like to thank Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative tonight, SSVEC, serving our community. As we are in a pistol formation, Jemiah Wallace, here he goes. He's doing a lot of work in between the tackles and gets a first down there. Jemiah Wallace with a huge game for the Yellow Jackets. Had his first 100-yard game of the season and has definitely got his second 100-yard game of the season tonight. Last week he had his first game, 100-yard game.
3 minutes.
Just over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Emilio Mendez says happy birthday. Thank you so much, Emilio. I do appreciate it. A lot of people didn't know it was my birthday because I figured out you could take your birthday off of Facebook. Oh, thank you so much.
They don't have butter. I don't know if they do. But
First and 10 for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Gracemore, he's going to fake it. He's going to try to get out to the outside. Hunter, he's got a lot of room to run, and he's going to get a first down. And he's going to punish some people running like Josh Allen out there. A big run from Hunter Gracemore, almost 20 yards on the carry. Tombstone in business, under 3 minutes to play in this third quarter, 28-7, and bossing this game, trying to make it 35-7. Well, they don't go for two, so it's either going to be 34 or 36-7 at the end of this drive. The Ed Morris Automotive Group drive recap on the last Tombstone Yellow Jacket touchdown. A lot more of the same, with Jemiah Wallace just going to work.
Twice now he's gone out on the field
and we do have a player down on the field for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. No.
I bet you he's not upset with that.
All right, everything's good. The clock will run. Like to thank the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, proud to support our local youth sports coverage. They have $2.49 kids meals. That's a meal. You can't get one chicken finger for $2.49 anymore.
Jackets got the ball. First down.
Anyway, over 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
Around the corner.
Oh, this ball is going to be. Oh, what awareness from Jemiah Wallace, who was whipped around, but somehow came up with the football. Wallace going to get up. And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for the Yellow Jackets. Adrian Dyson says, too late. Everyone knows it's your birthday. Yeah, it's okay to say it now, but when you got 50-odd people wishing you a happy birthday on Facebook, they took the time out to be personal about it. I was always taking the time out to say thank you personally, which I know is the wrong way. And it was just too taxing on the time. I decided to take it off Facebook. But cat's out of the bag, like you said, Agent, so thank you so much for the birthday wishes. 2:25 to play, and we do have a stoppage in play. Do we have a timeout? Looks like we might have a timeout on the field from the Globe Tigers. Water will come out. Head referee says it's an official timeout, so didn't get who the timeout was called by or if it was called by an official. But that does allow me a chance.
All right, he's going to walk off here. A little twisted ankle, twisted.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That was Kevin Suarez. down there. He got a
Everything was better than
little bit of an injury. He's limping it off. It looks like he'll be fine.
Stand up again. Remember,
Dave Davies says they're not chicken fingers or chicken tendies. Whatever you say, Dave.
Can't beat it. What a deal. Mr. Thursby.
And while we have this stoppage and play, folks, I'd like to thank Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our number one choice for pest control in Cochise County. You can visit them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Also, thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your hometown realtors, proudly supporting our fabulous athletes across Cochise County. If you're considering buying or selling, make your first call to the real estate expert, Sherry Ethell, and her team at 717-599-2439. And as always, thank you to Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista. They service all of Cochise County and Santa Cruz County. If you or anyone you know struggles with activities of daily living, getting the toilet on time, getting up in the morning, putting clothes on, showering, give them a call at 520-685-1035. Second and long now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets after that fumble. Could have gone a lot worse. We do have Hank Moody. You're fine, brother. We do have Hank Moody who's going to roll to his left. He does have an arm. The ball is going to go right through the hands of Hunter Gracemore. Now this is going to be a third and long situation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They want to put the nail in the coffin of this team out of Globe, the Tigers. But Globe has done a good job responding, not allowing that to happen. We have about a 3rd and 17 now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Hank Moody will stay in the game at quarterback for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
She says she loves you.
Most of the time Hank Moody's in the ball game, you're going to expect the passes. Although Hunter Gracemore did have a huge pass in this one, about 70 yards for a touchdown. You're fine, brother. To Jabari Thomas. I can move stuff if you need to.
There's the snap.
Going to be jet motion. This one's going to be a give to Jemiah Wallace. Can he break it? He's got a lot of people surrounding him, but Jemiah Wallace is still running. A pretty good gain from Jemiah Wallace considering the defense Globe was playing on that one. And that's going to make it a 4th and manageable situation in Globe territory so far towards their goal line. You think Dominic Bonilla has to go for this one. 4th down and 9 yards to go for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. The reason we say that, folks, they are just about at the 30-yard line.
4th and 9.
And if you punt it away and get a touchback, it comes out to the 20, so you basically just gave him 10 yards on a punt.
28-7. Just a little over a minute left.
Minute and 11 seconds in counting to go in the third quarter of play. 28-7 in this ball game. Both teams do have 3 timeouts left, so that was an injury timeout moments ago. Gracemore, the quarterback. Hunter's going to fake it. He's going to go left. He's got options. He's going to throw it. What a catch! That's going to be a Tombstone first down. Jabari Thomas, who's been quiet since the first quarter, comes up with another big catch for the Yellow Jackets. Thomas closing in on that century mark as a wide receiver. Great job from our cheerleaders right in front of us. A huge 4th down conversion from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Great ball by Hunter Gracemore. Now in the pistol formation. They give it off the right side to Jemiah Wallace, who tries to run to the outside, gets the edge, and is met by a bunch of Globe players, but not before he gets very close to a first down. We do have a flag on the play, so we will check that. But again, effort runs from Jemiah Wallace as he is breaking tackles in the backfield and getting good yardage.
Waiting to see what the call is.
Referees try to sort this one out. We're going to have a crackback block on the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. This one's going to bring him back 15 yards, unless it's 10 yards in high school. We don't see this call often.
Well, it looks like we're going to replay first down.
Just a 10-yard penalty. Or maybe it's a 15 from the spot of the foul. Who knows?
And the clock is running.
High school rules are interesting. You can get a holding call and still get a first down on it if it's far enough away from the chains. So first and a long way to go for the Yellow Jackets. Gracemore back to pass. He's got a man, throws that one up, and it's going to be intercepted. Did he get his feet down in bounds? He did. Globe is going to take over. That one looked like it sailed just a little bit on Gracemore. He couldn't get as much as he wanted on it, so Globe defense answering the call with 21 seconds to play, 28-7 in their third quarter. It's not quite over yet. Globe, a long way to go, but that's a good way to start the momentum of your next offensive possession.
Puts Globe deep in their territory.
And this turnover is brought to you by the Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs. They service all of Cochise County. You can visit them on Facebook. Globe is ready to go. They are going quickly on this one. Shotgun formation, jet motion across. They're going to hand that one off, and nowhere to go on that one. Trying to get the number. That was big 24. Ivan Amaya on that tackle. And the only reason I know that is because Ivan's mother keeps commenting in the chat. So thank you so much for the updated roster. Dave Davies in the chat says Tombstone's defense is too good. Easy money. They almost got a safety on that one, as they're going to do this 2nd and 10 again. But Jeremiah Foster not having as much success here in the second half as he started to find at the end of the second quarter, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 28-7, Tombstone Yellow Jackets well in command of this game here under the Thursday night SSVEC lights.
So now your next source of food is going to be Circle K in Tombstone.
And while we have this change of quarter, I guess you would say, as they get the ball all the way to the other end of the field, I would like to thank Ginger's Titles in Sierra Vista, located at 9990 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door. They're now open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you as well to the Sierra Vista Medical Group. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with the provider today at svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. Thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our area since 1963. Thank you to the Ed Morris Automotive Group for sponsoring our Ed Morris Automotive Group Drive recaps, and also for being committed to making a long-lasting positive relationship with the community. Stop in today at Ed Morris Automotive Group and experience the difference as we are ready to go. Quick quarter change, and Globe trying to cut into this 21-point lead, and they have an uphill battle in this fourth quarter. Nick Staggs, this is varsity football. Dave Davies says, yes, they did play a day early. They sure did, and we appreciate it. Back to pass. Globe, they're going to throw that middle screen. And met right away. We've heard a lot in the chat about Thomas Smith, and he made the tackle on that one. Trying to get the other, it looks like 22, and if that's 22, that's going to be Andrew Gracemore. Two middle linebackers converting for the tackle on that one. That's going to not a bad play from the Globe Tigers. That's going to give him about a 3rd and 5 situation. Jeremiah Foster's been targeted out of the backfield a lot, and boy, that's something Dolphins fans see a lot of. 31-10, the Buffalo Bills over the Miami Dolphins. It's always the story. Now, Dave Davies did tell me Tua got injured in that one again, and that's always a tough situation, but that is the risk with Tua Tagovailoa. Back in the shotgun, Globe. Heavy trips to the right, and that ball's going to be right through the hands of Trenton Goss. So a 4th down. Globe obviously has to go for this one with 11:07 to play in this ball game. 28-7. The Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top. Adrian Dyson. That grown man, number 75, is Hunter Rutgers. By far the biggest player in this ball game. I said that kid's got to be 7 feet tall. Not to be outdone, Aiden Luna is also right on his tails, number 76. Aiden Luna also fills up the box score defensively, but he's out of this one. Ooh, and the Globe is not going to go for it. It is a good kick, but you're down 21 points in the 4th. The ball, Andrew Gracemore looked like he wanted to touch it. What's the official ruling going to be? Did he touch it or not? No, he didn't. Tombstone does get the ball just short of the 40 line, or in front of the 40-yard line, because they're going to be in Globe territory.
Going to be 1st and 10.
Tombstone Yellow Jackets up 28-7. There's a couple ways they can end this game. They can run a lot of clock, or they could score a touchdown right now. Win probability about 99% for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets right now, especially with how their defense came out to play here in the second half. A little bit of confusion on the field. Oh, and they're going to give the ball to the Globe Tigers. So they do say Andrew Gracemore did touch the football, and the head referee is having a lot of trouble keeping his emotions in check tonight as he yells at the chain gang saying it's going to be a first down. That's going to be a timeout for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Dominic Bonilla wants to talk to his team about this one. That's the second time that they've had a little bit of a mishap on the special teams punt. It can't just get away from the ball. It could bounce anywhere. Nick Staggs and we do hear the coaches saying get away from the ball. It's simple. So Tombstone coach is not happy with it. Danny Burr says number 75 is 6'8". I believe it. Hunter Rogers. It just towers over people down there. Nick Staggs, the score is 28-7. Tombstone is on top. We do have a stoppage in play, folks, and that timeout is brought to you by Sagaro Air Solutions, I should say, located in Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Sagaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system servicing, repair and replacement, plus certified duct cleaning services. Did you hear all that? They do a lot. Call 520-699-4237 to learn about our limited time offer of an $85 furnace service available during September, and you can redeem it in October. Go to SagaroAirSolutions.com. Everything is all ready to go now. 1st and 10, Globe given a lifeline, and they're going to run that one up the middle. Good job, Terrell Smith in there on that tackle. Also, looks like Jemiah Wallace was in on the tackle as well, but a good 4-yard gain from Jeremiah Foster, who's been the workhorse for the Globe Tigers here tonight. I will just go ahead and put the score in the chat. That seems to be easier. Shotgun formation, trips to the near side for the Globe Tigers. They're going to give it right up to Foster again. A hard run's going to yield him a first down and a big shot at the end of that play. Don't have a 28 on my roster, but a good run there from Jeremiah Foster. So if anyone knows who 28 is, go ahead and give me the number on that. Speaking of 28, that's supposed to be a 28 in the chat.
That's what you get when you mix dance and cheer.
10:09 to play in this ball game. Globe driving after they got gifted another possession on the Tombstone special team mishap. And this one going to be knocked in the air. 2 Tombstone Yellow Jacket players, Victor Flores and also Jemiah Wallace, in on that one.
And Victor Flores.
Of course, Victor Flores' father is right next to me as well. Victor Flores Sr. right next to me. He's celebrating on that one. And Mrs. Flores as well.
2nd and 10.
Victor Flores, the closing pitcher for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets last year as a freshman. Not a freshman anymore. Super sophomore.
Here we go.
Along with Hank Moody. 2nd and 10 now for the Globe Tigers. Oh, this is something they haven't done. A quarterback keeper on a read option, and Jaeger Franco is still going, and that's going to be a late hit by Andrew Gracemore, an unnecessary play. That's going to give him another 15 yards. Runner goes out of bounds. He got to load up, and Gracemore definitely did not after that one.
Personal foul here.
So there's an offense that the Globe Tigers need to run a little bit more. Jaeger Franco going for a big play on that one. Globe has a lot of plays that they can run that are very effective.
Personal foul.
But I think they want to get a little bit of a spread type system so they can compete with the higher level of two-way teams. So they're trying to work through that and trying to make that the program here in Globe, and we'll see if it works in years to come. We do have Pamela Cox in the chat says, "Yay, Jemiah!"
Comes in. We will have instant replay on the jumbotron so everybody can see. Mr. Thursby has promised that.
9:51 to play as they mark off the extra 15 yards from Andrew Gracemore.
All right, 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go. Globe finding some more success. They need to find success in the first and third quarters, not put themselves in such big holes in the second and fourth quarters. Head referee is going to stop play as the whistle comes in. It looks like he wants to remark the ball.
All Step back just a little bit there.
This head referee has already had his patience tested. He's not having it here. He's done a great job, though. All the officials done a great job tonight. We're going to have an RPO-type play, and, had him across the middle. Just missing that throw was Franco. Led him a little bit too long, and that was Jordy Nieto, I do believe, that couldn't corral that pass. 9:47 to play, 28-7. Game is not over. If I learned anything from the Copper Pit Classic last week is I'm done with the early calls. I said Douglas was done, and they almost came all the way back in that one. It's high school football. Anything can happen. Motion into a full house backfield on this one. It's going to be a jet sweep to the right side. Chasing him down is going to be Jabari Thomas.
Run out of bounds.
That's going to be a good defensive play from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Thomas, the first one there, looked like it might have been Wallace or I can't get the number. Someone else was there on the tackle, but I know for sure that Jabari Thomas has had a great game at wide receiver, chased him down on that one. Not often you see a wide receiver defensive end combination on your team, but Jabari Thomas with the athleticism to play wide receiver and the strength to play defensive end for the Tombstone and Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and 10 now for the Globe Tigers. Shotgun snap. Pass going across the middle.
Just out of the reach.
Couldn't get to that one. Braden Wager, the freshman, couldn't get up there to get that one. You'd like to see him jump and try to pull that one in, but it's tough when you're across the middle and the ball's on you so fast. You really have little time to react. The ball's got to be there. Not a bad pass, but not a great one from Jager Franco.
All right, looks like we got a timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. That timeout's going to allow me to thank Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, who service all of Cochise County and Santa Cruz County. That includes Tubac. That includes Rio Rico. That includes Palominas. And probably the lake as well. If you struggle with activities of daily living or someone you know struggles with activities of daily living, which include getting up in the morning, getting groceries for yourself, cooking, cleaning, any of the activities that we take for granted in our daily lives, give them a call today to get their non-medical in-home care process started at 520-685-1035. 9:32 to play, a 4th and 10. If Tombstone holds them here, all that's left is the handshakes in this ball game, and Tombstone's going to walk away with a win.
Looks like Globe's going to have to score here to at least get the first down and keep the ball going.
Back to pass. Tombstone brings some heat. They're going to throw a fade route on 4th and 10. I got to say, there are better plays on 4th and 10 than that if you're the Globe Tigers. They did get the one-on-one, but my goodness, I'd rather just try to get one of those slants to connect across the middle. They've been open. We just got to throw the pass either which way. Great defensive stand for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, who can effectively run out at least 6 minutes of this clock off, if not more, 28-7, and they have a long field to do it. Adrian Dice in the chat says their QB has a Taysom Hill type body, not sure why they don't run him more. The pass doesn't suit him well. I would agree with that. They've done one read option, and he got 15 yards on it. It looks like Globe is trying to set a standard for a new system, but if coaches like Andy Reid have told us anything, you adjust your system to the players you have. And this is going to be Jemiah Wallace running off the right side. Again, Jemiah Wallace running hard. And we're going to have a little bit of pushing and shoving on the near side. Let's hope those tensions don't boil over. We don't need that to happen. Clock will still run just over 9 minutes. Good job by the PA announcer catching that one. Just over 9 minutes to go in this game. 28-7. Not much from Jemiah Wallace on that one, but did get a couple of yards. 2nd and 8.
Don't mess with the man with the mic.
Wonder if JP Wildman's in the chat. JP, you haven't been here for a couple weeks. We need to know our updated Cochise County rankings and stuff like that. Jemiah Wallace is going to get this off the left side, and nothing there, but we do have a flag in. It looks like this might actually be a penalty on the tackle. The ball is loose. Tombstone did recover it. Jemiah Wallace is down. He will get up, And we're going to see what this call is. Could be a holding, could be a horse collar, could be a face mask. Anything happens. We have a personal foul, face mask on the Globe Tigers, and that's going to gift the Tombstone Yellow Jackets a first down here in the fourth quarter with 8:40 to play. Going back to Adrian Dyson's comment, I agree again. I feel like Globe should be running this ball more. They've had a lot of success running with Jeremiah Foster up the middle, and if you add Jaeger Franco on that read option, that's a little bit tough to deal with.
The clock is rolling.
Like the offense Tombstone's running tonight. Hunter Gracemore and Jemiah Wallace. They've been doing a lot of read options. Hunter's going to do a power on this one. And good job there fighting through the blocks. We called him out a couple times tonight for Globe. Big number 67, Jackson Olmstead. That's going to keep the clock moving for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Oh, it should be moving anyway. Clock should not stop right there. It is. There, yeah, that's the Tombstone clock for you. Jumped from 8:22 to 8:13. Now 8:09. You never know what kind of time's left to go in this ball game. It is just... It should be under 8 minutes to play. Now right on 8 minutes, 28-7, Tombstone on top. Under 8 minutes to play. Tombstone's got to be careful with the delay of game penalty right now, and they are going to get a procedural penalty that's going to be offside on the Globe Tigers. Gifting yardage now to the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. The 2nd and 10 just became a 2nd and 5 very quickly. Coach Montillo from the Benson Bobcats is watching. I don't know if he's still watching. Coach Montillo, we will be in Benson, Arizona next week for the Benson Bobcats against the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And we're going to have the Tombstone Yellow Jackets giving that yardage right back as the clock continues to run. 7:35 and counting left to go in this fourth quarter. And we're going to run that clock. It's actually not bad for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They can keep getting false starts all they want. All they got to do is run this clock out. Gracemore's going to fake it to Jemiah Wallace, and he's going to have some room. Hunter Gracemore, he's got a lot of room. One man to beat, trying to run through him. It's going to be a first down for the Yellow Jackets and more. Hunter Gracemore with a great run on that one. Credit to the Globes. Trenton Goss for holding on for dear life and saving a touchdown on that play. But Hunter Gracemore with a big run to keep this clock running and get the Tombstone Yellow Jackets into Globe territory on the 44-yard line. Again, thank you to Todd Ryan for joining me behind the camera. We always say support the businesses that support your community, because without them we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a Cool FM if it wasn't for Todd Ryan. That's going to be a handoff to Jemiah Wallace, who gets a hole, cuts it right downhill. I love the running tonight from Jemiah Wallace. North and south make one cut and go, and he gets a first down deep now into Globe territory at the 32-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to play now. And the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, for all intents and purposes, will end this game with a victory tonight under the Thursday night lights, the SSVEC Thursday night lights, I should say. Also, thank you to Kathy Lopez and Nora Luna, who were working the front gate and let me in and told me to shout them out, so I did.
It's always great to support the team.
3 times, ladies. If you can't find it, it's not on me. Tombstone in complete control of this one. And barring a miracle comeback and a turnover from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, they're going to walk out of here with a win, a good win. A Tombstone team that I'm sure they would. It's going to be a delay game on the Yellow Jackets. So it's going to be a 1st and 15. But going back to my thought, I believe that the fans, the coaches, and the players do believe they should be 3-0 and just let that first game slip away. And I do believe there was a touchdown called back in that one. They lost by 1 point. So a heartbreaking way to lose, 7-6, and that's not indicative of the Tombstone offense. They can put up points. They're led by their defense, but that offense can definitely put up points, especially when DJ Elias is playing.
All right, we'll try it again. 1st and 15. There's a snap.
1st and 15. That's going to be Andrew Gracemore on the jet sweep, and he's going to get a lot of that yardage back all the way back to the 26-yard line, rather. That's going to make it a 2nd and manageable for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
Going to bring up second down.
Tombstone looking to cross the 30-point threshold for the second time this season. 58 points in their last game last week, which was their home opener. I do believe they played the San Carlos Braves. 5:38 to play and counting. 28-7. Tombstone on top. 28-7 for a while in this ball game. Hunter Gracemore to take the shotgun snap, flanked by Wallace. Jet motion. Gracemore's going to keep this one. He bounces to the outside, cuts it back to the inside. A good spin move, and Hunter Gracemore is going to get that first down with a very, very much an effort run, I should say. When you make three people miss, you can credit your offensive line all the time, but that was all effort from Hunter Gracemore. Just over 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Tombstone cruising to a victory here tonight.
All right.
The defense for Tombstone, including tonight, has let up 20 points in 3 games this season. Jemiah Wallace, he's going to get it off the right side, off tackle. He's going to run through a bunch of arm tackles. We do have a flag. It looked like that might have been a touchdown from Wallace. It's close. It is a touchdown, Tombstone, but there is a flag on the play.
So let's see what the call is.
We have a holding call from the official, and that's generally an offensive holding.
Personal foul against the Yellow Jackets. 2 personal fouls against Yellow Jackets. Correction, holding foul.
And the head referee not happy with the PA announcer on that one. He's been mad this whole game, brother. He's been
Holding against the Yellow Jackets.
He's had to correct a lot though on the field. I like the head referee. He's corrected spots. He hasn't let anything slide. So, good job from the official. He's just got a temperament like I do. That's all. And that's a killer penalty for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. What was a touchdown is now going to be a first down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. One of those penalties that you're so far downfield, just don't make a mistake. Just don't wipe the gain off the board. Live to play another down. You're going to have first and goal at that point, at worst. Gracemore with Wallace behind him out of the pistol formation. Wallace breaking it to the outside, and there is not anything there as the Globe Tigers swarm him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss on the play for Tombstone. That's going to bring up second and about 9 or 10 yards.
Just about 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Thank you, everyone, again for joining us on Cool FM Live, where we broadcast our Cochise County sports live free of charge. Thanks to our amazing sponsors. Stick around at the end of the game. I will be giving them one more shout out before we take off. Support the businesses that support your community. Just crossing the 4-minute threshold in this fourth quarter.
There's a snap.
Gracemore's going to keep it himself. He finds a hole. Good blocking from the offensive line of Tombstone. And he's going to make this a manageable third down for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Called about 3rd and 4 on this play. Clock still running, 3:40. Pamela Cox in the chat says, "Let's go, Jackets." Thank you, Pamela. That chat's been quiet for the last few minutes, and this is the point of the game where I need them. Everyone's just waiting for this clock to run out. I told you they're going to run out at least 6 minutes, and we're crossing that threshold right now.
Saturday's a cross-country meet.
Low snap, picked up by Hunter Gracemore into Jemiah Wallace. And that one's going to be close, but we'll see where they spot this ball.
All right, about the 10-yard line.
No signal yet. Looks like we do have a fourth down and about 2 yards for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets.
Benson. All right, they're at Benson.
Watch that game on Cool FM Live.
And you can watch it on Cool FM.
Barbie 9 in the chat says, "Happy birthday, Paul." Thank you so much, Barbie. Appreciate you. Fourth and short situation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Clock now across the just over 2 minutes. Gracemore's got a lot of room. He's definitely going to get the first down and more on that one. Hunter Gracemore.
Yard line.
Into a goal-to-go situation for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and that clock keeps on running. Globe does still have 2 timeouts left, so you can't really take a knee in case that coach wants to play to the 000. Just under 2 minutes to play now. Hunter Gracemore, pistol formation. Jemiah Wallace is going to get it off the right side. He's going to cut. Did he fall into the end zone? No, he did not. He did get close, though, so that's a few times now we've seen some players slip trying to make cuts on this field. Time to call Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Sure up that turf just a little bit. Alex Montiel says, happy 21st birthday, Paul. I'll see you next week, sir. Oh, 21st. Oh, to be that young again. Oh, to be that stupid again. Actually, I think I was smarter at 21 than I am now. I was more articulate for sure. 1:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Gracemore out of the pistol again. Still have that tight formation for the Yellow Jackets. They're happy to run this clock. We don't have the 5-second runoff from the back judge yet. Here we are restarting it. Now Tombstone's going to snap the ball. Gracemore gives it off to Wallace. A good cut. Great vision from Jemiah Wallace. The hole was filled very, very quickly by the Globe Tigers. I thought Wallace was going to walk in for a touchdown on that one, but no dice. We have a 3rd and goal situation from the 2 now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Jerry Rollich says 20. Okay, that was funny. Yeah, no kidding, right? Fun times when you're in your 20s.
Do want to appreciate everybody coming out, supporting the Yellow Jackets.
I'm almost crossing 40, and they say your back hurts uncontrollably when you're 40. It already hurts now, so I can't wait to see what that feels like. 3rd and goal for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as they get set. They're going to run this out as much as they can. Clock's 13, 12, 11. They're going to start the countdown. It's going to be Hunter Gracemore. What a block from Jemiah Wallace. And that's going to be a touchdown. I believe it was Pamela Cox in our chat that said Jemiah Wallace can hit. He showed it on that one. We had the entire stadium say, oh, as Jemiah Wallace meets his man in the hole. That kid could be a fullback if he wanted to. He's a great linebacker, I know that much. So with 4 seconds to go in the game, Tombstone puts another touchdown on the board, 34-7, and we'll see if they try to kick this one for the 35 or go for 2. I don't see a kicking tee out. They're going to try to go for 2, make this a 36-7 victory here in the town. Too tough to die. Two-point conversion attempt, Gracemore. He's going to hand this one on a jet sweep. Did we get the pylon? No, we did not. We did not get the corner, so this game will end, barring a special teams touchdown from the Globe Tigers, 34-7 here in the town. Too tough to die, Tombstone, Arizona, where the Tombstone Yellow Jackets will improve to 2-1 on the season. And that's going to allow me to thank these sponsors one last time who bring you our Cochise County Sports live free of charge here on Cool FM Live. First, the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas that provide the highest quality of services. Give them a call today at 520-432-6435. Thank you to SSVEC for serving our community. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In for sponsoring our local youth sports coverage. Come in to Sonic every Wednesday for a Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals are only $2.49 with no limit. That's right. You heard it right. $2.49 at Sonic. Thank you to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management. And surfacing all of Cochise County. We have a big face mask on that play. Big Mike services all of Cochise County, veteran-owned and operated with your satisfaction, Mike's guarantee. You find them on Facebook at All Pro Pest Management. Game cannot end on a defensive penalty. I wonder if Globe will accept this one. Thank you to the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your hometown realtors, proudly supporting our amazing community and our fabulous athletes across Cochise County. If you're considering buying or selling, make your first call to the real estate experts, Sherry Ethell and her team at 717-599-2439. Thank you as well to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs. They service all of Cochise County. Find them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. Thank you to Ginger's Titles in Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Frila Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door. They're now open on Saturdays at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thank you to the Sierra Vista Medical Group. We are doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with the provider today at svmedicalgroup.org or call 520-263-3500. Thank you as well to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our area since 1963. Thank you to the Ed Morris Automotive Group. They will be supporting our community and giving the best vehicle buying experience possible. We are committed to making a long-lasting positive relationship with the community. Stop in today and experience the difference. And finally, thank you Sagaro Air Solutions LLC of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Sagaro Air Solutions, a locally owned and operated company offering heating and cooling system services, repair and replacement, plus certified duct cleaning services. Call 520-699-4237. And, of course, my personal sponsor, Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista. If you struggle or someone you know struggles with activities of daily living, give them a call today to get your home care journey started at 520-685-1035. That's going to do it from the town Too Tough to Die in Tombstone, Arizona. The Yellow Jackets come out on top of this one, 34-7 against the Globe Tigers, a game they controlled from the front to the back. Huge game from Jemiah Wallace. Jabari Thomas as well, close to 100 yards receiving. Hunter Gracemore definitely over 100 yards in the rushing category. And Tombstone filling up that box score everywhere. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Cool FM Live. Don't forget to support our sponsors, and we will see you next week in Benson, Arizona, where the Tombstone Yellow Jackets will travel to Bobcat Country. For Todd Ryan, I'm Paul Quarter. Thank you again for joining us on Cool FM Live, and we will see you next week.